Okay, today is Thursday, February 20th, 2025, and we are starting the rec meeting at 5:45. Welcome. First order of business is the meeting minutes. Take a look at those. These are from December 12th, 2024. I'm not sure if you guys all had a chance to look at them. I reviewed them today. I'll pass them along, but I just need you guys to approve them.
They were pretty short and sweet.
Basketball will begin.
Right.
Sad ending.
Yeah, I think it was a quick meeting. I feel like I wasn't here.
Oh yes, there was like a.
It was the school concert, so
Yeah.
we were out of here.
Yeah.
You good with them?
I wrote them, so I'm good. I'm good. Ready?
Cute. Yeah, no, good.
Okay.
Just seeing what you guys touched on because I wasn't here. That's all.
Yep. All right, so can
Motion to approve?
second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. And public comment for all of our public.
Do you have anything?
And that's it.
Hello.
John, did you get sworn in yet?
Don't believe so.
Okay, all right. So I'll need you to go to town hall, get sworn in, and then you'll sit up here with us.
So you're gonna be a part of the rec committee?
Yeah.
See, I've been gone on vacation, so
Yep.
I'm behind last week.
It's pretty easy. Just Mike just says a couple things and that's that.
Yep.
We need to add them to our group chat too. Email list.
All right. Since no public comment, let's start with the end of winter sports.
Girls did great, huh?
Yep, girls were undefeated. I believe it was 10 and no, maybe it was 9-1. We were kind of going back and forth. Adam had a number and I had a different number. So anyway, undefeated. And even in the tournament, we didn't lose.
Yeah.
So how did they get?
It was a tie game. So
Oh.
the tiebreaker was the first point of
And the other team made the first point.
the other team
Yeah.
made the first point.
I knew that's what it was.
So we're still not counting it as a loss. We're still undefeated.
Yeah.
But we still got runner-up.
Yeah.
So I have a little plaque that eventually will go in our awards. What's it called?
Case
Awards
or
case.
something?
Yeah, at the school. And all the girls got undefeated medals from the coaches. The coaches purchased those. Yeah,
So cute.
yeah.
Yep. It was a good season.
It was
It was a
awesome.
good season.
Even the boys.
The boys were so awesome.
They-
I heard
Yeah.
they
improved so much.
greatly,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
They just had a better relationship with each other this year. They had a great chemistry with the coaches. We had a few new players from Eaton, one from Conway, and yeah, it was unbelievable.
Yep. So, John, when we first started basketball, the boys would lose 30-0. So they,
Bad.
yeah, it was not good. So we've had it going for a few years, and now they're just really, with the skills and drills starting out with K through 3 and then moving them on up, it's looking like totally different now.
Seems good progression.
And again, I mean, even just the relationship between the players
Yeah.
Yeah.
was awful. They didn't really get along well, and so they didn't
Yeah.
really care about it. But now this year,
Yeah.
it was awesome to see them working together and really cheering each other on, and
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah, like when Talon got his basket and the
Oh.
whole team. So Talon
Whole
broke,
team.
my son broke his leg,
Yeah.
and then this is his first sport.
No
and
one
then-
thought he'd play basketball this year,
So
because of
this
it.
was in the end of September, beginning of October, and then all of a sudden, they said he could play, so he played. So he's a
Yeah.
little bit slower. He has a little bit of limp, but when he got a shot, the whole team jumped off
Mhm.
Yeah.
the bench and
Unbelievable.
cheered him on. It was really nice. It
Yeah.
was so heartwarming and just
Yeah.
so great.
Yep. It was good.
Carries over into
Yes.
the classroom and into
Yes.
relationships
Yeah,
and everything.
absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Huge.
so thank you to the coaches for a great season.
Yeah.
We ended up getting all of them, Madison, they're actually like this, Madison Rec sweatshirts, except theirs are like a red color and it says coach on a basketball on the side, so they're really cute. Yeah, we're lucky to have the coaches we have, yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
are
for
really
sure.
awesome.
They're amazing. Yep.
Very lucky.
Some of them might be phasing out. Their children are phasing out, so next year.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know.
So then the girls were able to go over to the Kennett High School varsity team.
Yeah, Friday, no, what night was that?
Tuesday.
Today, Tuesday night, we went to the Kennett varsity basketball game, and they were playing Kingswood, which is our rival
Ooh,
anyway,
yeah,
right? So I didn't know they were playing Kingswood until I got there, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this makes it even better.
Yeah.
But they were so amazing to us. Like the minute we walked in the door, they welcomed us in. We got to go in the locker room with them to have their team meeting. They were making sure the girls were like listening and paying attention and just like involved, and the team and the coach was awesome, but the team was also very encouraging and into it, and it was just good to see. They were warming up with them. They got to run out on the court with them. It was awesome. Yeah, and they have their senior night Friday night, February 28th, and I think we're gonna go back and just go watch. So
What date is that?
next Friday, so a week from tomorrow, the 28th, is Kennett girls varsity basketball senior night. I don't know who they're playing. I believe it's at 6.
Okay.
I'll put it on Sports Engine for
Okay.
whoever wants to go. I know the boys coach, and I'd love to get a hold of him to do the same with the boys team.
Yeah.
I just need to connect, because actually I didn't even do anything with this. Like the girls varsity coach reached out to us.
That is so cool.
It was
so
awesome.
the volleyball coach and the volleyball team is doing something with the middle school girls soon, and they just offered to do a softball thing too. So the coaches at the high school must be really like,
Pushing for it.
which
Yep.
is awesome.
Yep.
I think it's neat though because like for the girls especially, like that's all that like going undefeated and all that,
Yes.
like to be recognized
Yes.
by Conway and brought
Yep.
in, and
Yep.
I think that's awesome.
Yep.
Gives me goosebumps.
I know, it's so cool.
The coaches were at our tournaments too, and that's
They were?
kind of what,
That's
what
cool.
got us, yeah.
So I know, so season's over,
Yep,
went great.
yep,
Thank you to the coaches, they were awesome.
yep.
I know summer camp is gonna be a big
Yeah.
conversation, so I wanted
We
to
can
just
skip that if you
kinda,
want, come back to it.
yeah. So open gym, right now, we haven't had the opportunity to have open gym, we need volunteers to kind of run that, and I know it's been busy, so there are a lot of traveling and just other things going on. Do we still have the gym reserved or no?
We did for the months of December and January, and even February, I think, for Saturday mornings. But that will all end, and
Yeah.
so I'm gonna have to re-reserve it. So it's funny, cause Conway parents have reached out to us asking if we had gym time, and like if our gym was open to anybody, and I said, oh, I wish it was, like, it's available, but yet I can't find anybody to be there, just to be there, and I mean, as long as the parents don't drop off, we don't need to have,
Yeah.
like, if the parents stay, then it's okay. Like, anybody could be there, kind of. But if the parents are dropping their kids off in our care, then one of us needs to be there that has been background checked and responsible for all of that. And obviously the facility waiver, I need to fill that all out again.
I just have to be, I'm gonna be the one to ask. So if we allow them to use and share in our rec activities, or is this gonna ever help us, our kids be able to participate in any of the Conway
Right,
rec stuff?
right. Did you see what I shared today, by the way?
No, but I'll look. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was just one parent, but still, I was like, okay, they're reaching out. We're getting a lot of communication from Conway and North Conway.
Good.
Between either their kids not like North Conway especially wasn't sure if they were going to have a team this year, basketball team this year. And so they were like, a couple of the parents were like,
I mean,
We
we're all
want them
one
to
community.
play.
It only helps the
Right.
kids if we all can just band
Exactly.
together.
so,
And that's
Yeah.
the way the Madison
yeah.
rec has always been,
Yeah.
like welcoming other.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my thought for open gym though is, you know, moving towards an open type gym that is for a specific reason. So right now we already do a lot for the kids. Like maybe this is more like pickup games
Mhm.
for, you know, ages, you know,
Yep.
something through some, you know, like, maybe have a specific reason to have the open gym, and you know, if maybe some of our coaches, you know, if they're interested.
They are. I've been talking to them all afternoon. I have all the coaches on a group message, and one in particular would like to volunteer to do open gym on Mondays and Thursdays. I said, well, let's start in March, because I'll again need to get the facility use form through the school going.
Well, I think we have to advertise too for a
And
while.
advertise, right. So he would like to do Mondays and Thursdays from 5 to 7, just 2 hours. I think a Friday night would be fun for families, and that's how I was gonna advertise it, is
Is the 5 to 7 for
family,
the kids?
like a family open gym, family style open gym. It could be either one.
Okay, but yeah, you were thinking like
Yes,
a more
yes.
What do they want to do on Mondays and Thursdays?
I think he wants to do basketball for now, but I mean, we have the use of, we have floor hockey stuff there. We could do volleyball,
Dodgeball.
dodgeball, as long as we know ahead of time, because all of our stuff is on the
Yeah.
3rd or 4th floor.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be
So I
good.
just need to get it out, and then anybody can use it.
So do you think that we should like set something right now so that we can start advertising it?
Well,
5 to
it has
7 is
Heather
going
needs
to be
permission.
hard.
I just have to get permission from the school.
Yeah.
I do
But
think
we can
5
set
to
something.
7 is going to be.
And then you get the permission.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And who knows? I mean, I can try it for like 2 weeks and see what happens.
Yeah.
And then if nobody comes, then it's gonna have to be a weekend, and it's gonna have to be someone besides this person. This person couldn't do weekends.
Yeah.
So,
But one of us would have to be there.
yeah, which, I mean, again, our family night with basketball was so much fun.
Yeah, we had a lot
It makes
of
me
people.
wanna go and be
Was that one
there.
of the-
You know,
was
I
that-
wanna be there.
I know. Was that one of the coaches?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't mind going if I
know. I don't mind going either. I just think 5 to, like, I think what we did with the basketball gave people time to go home and eat or whatever
Yeah.
and gather themselves and get over to the game, like get
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
But we can certainly try 5
It
to
would be
7.
kind of pickup style, I think, and
Yeah.
so whoever's there at 5 can start whatever game they're playing, and whoever shows up can join in, and then, you
No,
know,
I
in
love
and
that.
out kind of thing.
Yeah.
can do it if it's 5:30 to 7:30.
Yeah, just show up in between those out, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But one of
Or you
us
could
has to
stay
be
late, too. You could be the later
Okay.
end of it if you wanted to. No, I mean, our coaches are background checked.
Oh yeah, they're background check.
Our coaches, our counselors, everybody that like works or helps us
Right.
has been
We,
background checked.
yeah, we've all had
Yeah.
to do it, so.
So any of them can do it.
Okay.
And again, if parents aren't, if they're staying, then we don't have to be there really. I mean, they're in charge of it. Yes, it's in mine, it will be under my name, the form,
You're responsible.
and I will check in. But we don't have to hang out, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
they're responsible for
Yeah.
it. The janitors are still there.
Right, because we can obviously,
safety
you know,
reasons and
sign up
stuff.
for a day here or there, but we can't,
Exactly.
the
Commit
5
to
of us
every-
or whatever can't
yes.
commit to all the time.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
a Friday night would be so much fun.
Yeah, yeah, that would be.
Like 6 to 8
Yeah.
or whatever. I mean, the dance we had too, I know I'm getting off topic, but the dance we
I
had
know.
was so much fun.
So much
Yeah.
fun.
And so easy, and we could definitely do that again
All right.
with one of our iPads.
So March, right? We'll start the 5 to 7 Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, I'd like to start, what is that, March 3rd? And again, I'll talk to the school, it's not definite yet. I already have the flyer ready though. I was able to work on that today.
So that's a week from Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I can show you.
So extravaganza, we need to set a date for that.
This is my little flyer that I was working on today.
When
This
is
is Family
Easter?
Style Open Gym. Easter is the 20th,
Of March?
April 20th.
Oh, good.
Anniversary weekend, right for you? Sorry?
Mine's March 31st.
Oh, it's the anniversary weekend for me.
So you thought it was hers too?
Right, I thought we were close, but I guess not.
We are pretty close, I
Yeah,
guess.
So when is
So-
it, April 20th?
April 20th.
What are we thinking, the weekend before?
Well,
So I haven't done this. I don't necessarily know
I
if you
talked
guys
to
need
Johnny.
to know that. Ooh.
Johnny's our cook, right? I mean, come on.
Right.
We tried to do an event without him and didn't work out.
Okay.
So what can he do? Can he do the 12th?
Right. So he is busy, but he said he would look at his calendar and see what he had available.
Do we do it on a Saturday?
But I guess I need to know if there's any days that don't work for you guys either, you know?
I can't do the 13th because we're bringing the boys to the Celtics, so.
Okay. Yep.
And are you leaving on the 12th?
I mean, if we did, it would be until the night, so, but,
It'd be, right, this would be
So it
what,
would
9 to 12?
honestly have to be the 12th or the 5th, right? Because those are the only two Saturdays in April before the 20th.
I have 4
Unless we do it on a
meetings
Sunday.
on the 12th and 3 on the 13th. So that weekend I am.
What about the 19th? April 19th.
The day before Easter?
Yeah, we did that last year.
yeah, that works for me.
I mean, it does me too. I didn't know if you wanted to do it.
Run it by
I mean,
why
just
don't we run it
tentatively,
by him?
right.
And, I mean,
And again,
we
if
have
some of
all the
us aren't there,
decorations
right.
already.
Yep. We have the Easter Bunny.
We definitely cannot afford eggs this year.
Oh God. No. You guys got
Sherry
all
and
the
I can
chickens?
donate.
Yeah, we need
I get-
donations for
I
eggs.
get 3 a day, so we'll see.
I know.
We better start
They're
collecting.
this big.
They're what big?
Like this big.
Yeah. Oh my god. I have a little bantam chicken and she's so, and her eggs, oh my god,
Yeah.
like bite size.
I have one too. It's so funny.
So cute. Anyway,
Yeah, so
cool. So
Uh,
if we can do it and if Johnny can do it,
Did you guys save the fake eggs from last year?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, so we need, so I guess like,
donation, we're
Real
gonna
eggs.
need donations
Yeah.
for prizes.
Surprises. What else?
So we should,
Candy?
do we still have the bike upstairs?
We may have gotten rid of it finally. We had it for like 2
I
years.
think you did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Okay,
feel like we did.
alright,
So that would be another
Donations for
good.
prizes, candy, and then breakfast stuff, right?
yeah.
We also talked to Johnny about getting wholesale from, because he
Oh,
orders
I can do that
from-
too.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Sorry, I can do that.
Okay.
Never thought about it.
Okay.
He was gonna
I
check
really
the
do
prices.
wanna try to find some people to
He
donate
didn't think
eggs.
they would be any more reasonable than Walmart.
There's a lot of
But-
farmers around here.
Yeah. I mean, I
No.
would assume that my wholesale is the
They
same
have cows.
as his, but I'll check
Right.
too.
Goats and cows.
oh,
This fly.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, because that's what, eggs, juice, pancake mix.
Maybe no eggs. Maybe just.
Right.
And we'll have time,
Do the kids really eat the eggs?
No, they're just
Okay.
for the games usually.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, seriously, I bet Sherry and I could pull together a few eggs at that point if they're still laying.
so we have time for this as well because we have a meeting on the 13th and the 10th.
Perfect.
So let's try to figure out if we can do this on the 19th
Mm-hmm.
and then we can go back to it when we meet on the 13th.
Yep.
Then what do we have for when does spring sports start?
We're gonna start softball the week before April vacation and the rookies and T-ball probably after April vacation.
So if there's nothing like extremely pressing with that, can we move that to the 13th, the meeting on the 13th? To
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about? Okay.
Definitely.
Spring
The only
sports?
problem is I won't be here on the 13th.
Well, you are sports, Heather. So
I could, but I could like, can I, no, because I'm not voting, so I could just Zoom in with you guys or FaceTime or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
what do we need to go over for spring sports?
We mostly just kind of go over,
Like, make sure we have coaches and
Coaches.
I can share it with you guys ahead of time too.
yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah, just send
I
send
mean, I already
an
can, I
email.
can share it right now, but yeah, it's the same coaches
Do you feel
as last
good?
year.
You feel good about spring sports, Heather?
Feel good.
Great.
We're getting
Uniforms
there.
are good? We still use
Uniforms
the
are
ones?
okay. Yeah,
So,
we could use some new ones. I always need sponsors. I mean, those are always good just to break it
When
up.
they go to the middle school,
But-
there's no new shiny uniforms. I don't get these kids too used to being in nice new stuff because, let me tell
It's
you,
not there, right?
it is not there.
Right.
It is not there.
Get excited, children.
Yeah.
no,
We
what
may as
would
well
be
spoil
really
them while
nice
we
to
can.
start,
Yeah,
if
there
we
you
could
go.
get somebody to commit to it, is track.
I'm working on that.
Okay,
It's not definite, but I am in conversation
okay,
with 3 people.
okay, good.
Ooh.
Because,
When you say you have softball, t-ball,
Mm-hmm.
and what else?
It's a rookie softball, so it's like grades 2 and 3.
Oh, that's gonna be adorable.
Remy did it last year.
I was gonna do that.
Yeah, right. Harley Eva can do it. Can you even imagine?
No,
What else
it's,
do we
he's
have?
so cute.
Are they gonna play little games?
Like Eva
Or
can
do they
play.
just play like,
They played against Conway last year.
good, I'm so excited about
Right.
that.
Well, your Madison girls kick off their softball season in March. Indoors.
That's what I shared.
That was something else. Yes, yeah, that was the
A clinic?
a clinic.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
want to make sure you saw it though.
Thank
Because
you.
it non-residents was on there. That's why I
I
was
saw.
like,
Yes, thank you.
got it.
what
So
else
we'll-
do we do for spring sports?
We'll have to let.
So T-ball,
Softball.
softball grades 4 through 6, rookie softball grades 2 and 3. T-ball, I kind of want to talk to you guys about changing the ages a little bit.
You're doing baseball, right?
No,
Baseball,
baseball's
we
Cal
don't,
Ripken.
because it's right.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, well, we're talking about it anyway, so let's
Yeah,
just,
let's just talk
let's
about
just hit spring
So
sports.
T-ball right now is 3 to 5, ages 3 to 5. I was kind of hoping to change that to like 4 to 6.
Is 3 a little too young? I didn't see any.
I think 3 is young, but
Yeah.
I mean they have fun, whatever.
What's the youngest, when Cal Ripken starts, when do they start? What age?
I think it's 5, isn't it? It's kindergarten or first grade.
When did Harley start?
She's been doing it for like 3 years.
The average age
Oh.
for T-ball is ages 4 to 7.
There.
So 4 to 6?
What got me thinking about it is our coaches that have been coaching T-ball now have 6-year-olds instead of, so their time frame is a little.
But they
Different.
still want to stay with T-ball?
A couple of them still do, and a couple of them are like, can they still play? I was like, well, yeah, they're the coach's kid. Sure, they
And
can
they don't want to
play.
move them up to,
I know.
okay.
And then
But-
you'll find some that aren't ready to move up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so could,
Right.
how many 3-year-olds did we have play?
I feel like 2 or 3. It wasn't a lot.
So why don't we just leave it at 3
And just
to?
add it. Yep.
Yeah.
I
and-
might even be able to get a third T-ball coach. Right now we have 2 with 2 teams, a black team and a red team. I may be able to get a third coach and then breaking them out into smaller teams. Yeah, T-ball is huge,
I
Obviously.
didn't think
Yeah.
about that, yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
I've reached out to all of them. One of them is still thinking about it. One of them is a sure thing, and the other one has not responded, so.
I may even keep it 3 to 5 though, and then if the
Right.
6-year-olds want to play, just
They can.
let them play.
Yeah.
I want to say that's what Cal Ripken does. If
Okay.
somebody's not ready to go to the next, they'll let
Yeah.
them play.
Yeah.
And because I know that in Harley's
Yeah,
Cal Ripken, they had a couple older kids.
okay,
All right.
cool.
And then, do we have any other spring sports?
No.
Okay.
Oh, and then track and
Just
field,
hoping for
we've been
track.
talking about, yeah.
Okay.
We have 3 teachers that work at Madison, that, they all have history, of being involved in some sort of track and field sport.
Mhm.
So I've emailed them, we'll see,
Okay.
I haven't heard back.
Because I've heard people express they wish that,
And
and
it's
so
easy
Micah
to
could even
just-
help a little bit too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
he
I
would
guess
love
it's
that.
pretty easy just
Like,
to
would
get
be
it
so
going,
great.
you know, like the practice is just running and like drills and, you know, like
All you're doing is
there's a
running,
meet,
so-
but again, you just show up,
Yeah.
you know, there's no,
Well, there's uniforms.
yeah, we have to do a uniform and a sponsor.
But like we wouldn't be competing against other. Maybe just give them like a Madison T-shirt, like a you know
Yeah.
what I mean, a rec
Like-
T-shirt.
Like a rec,
Like you
oh yeah,
did
rec
for
t-shirt.
the
Yep.
basketball players.
Yep. Yep, skills and drills, yep. Yeah, so I am thinking about it. Oh, we
Okay.
have a,
Amy wants to know if the teams could be set up according to ages to match them. better.
probably, like the 3 and 4 year olds and then the 5 and 6
Yeah.
year olds.
Good thinking, Amy.
And we'll see how many of each age we have, but yeah, yep.
Okay.
So when will those sign-ups start?
I want to talk to you guys about all of this, and then I was gonna put them out. I mean, T-ball, I'm still kind of waiting for coaches, to hear back from coaches. But the rookies softball and regular softball is ready to go.
Heidi, you should coach T-ball.
T-ball? My daughter was in softball.
Oh yeah. It'd be funny though. But is it? I love seeing little kids.
I know.
Oh
play.
yeah,
I know.
so funny.
That's like the best age to watch.
Do you have
Tons
a
of parents always show up too, and they help, and
It's just so cute.
it's good. Yeah.
do you have rookie softball coach?
Yes,
Who's that?
Remy.
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I guess.
Everybody knows who. I mean,
Right,
it's from me.
right.
You'll
Okay.
know.
Okay.
And she'd probably love just a little extra help,
Uh-huh.
you know. But she doesn't have a huge group either, or
Yeah.
she didn't last year.
Okay.
She's a good kid.
It was awesome. Yeah.
All right. And so before we go to summer camp, there's a few other things that I wanted to review. We need to, with adding all of the sports and, you know, all of the other events, like over the years, there's more and more and more. So we need to address taking over the website, invoicing, more like clerical stuff. And before we get to that, I just wanted to see if we could get approval on the meeting minutes, the meetings for the future. We do the first Thursday of every month.
Those are second Thursdays.
Okay.
But I mean, we
Thursday.
can do whatever, and if Thursdays don't work for us, then right, let's talk about it and figure it out. But we definitely need to get that going, that schedule.
I think,
I feel like Thursday's a huge practice day too. I don't know.
Thursdays can be
yeah,
busy.
It's I do feel like
Before
you
the
guys tend to
weekend.
have
Right.
stuff come up.
Yeah.
With
But,
the little
I mean-
ones, the plays and the
Yeah.
it's never on like
Yeah.
Mondays. You
Or
know,
Friday.
It's always on. How about like 6 a.m. guys? You want to be early birds with me and just bang it out before we go on the rest of our day?
I don't know.
Heidi
No,
won't
I
make
know.
it here.
I will not.
No.
Did you see how late it was today?
Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever you guys want to do.
I mean, we could just put it on the calendar.
Is there a day of the week that works for anybody else better? I feel like we had games on Thursdays too at the middle school.
Well, I know that basketball was every.
Well, why don't we just all wait for our spring sports schedules to come out for all of our collective children? And then we can kind of see if we need to.
The only thing we need to be careful of though is it is a lot of work
To get them
canceling
posted.
meetings
Yeah.
and
I know.
rescheduling them. Like it's
I'll follow your lead.
Is there a
whatever
better
you
day
do.
for you?
It's
You're
a
pretty
letter.
busy.
I know. I know Mondays I definitely can't do because of school board, but
Yeah.
and then there's some meetings that
Right.
I mean, once wedding season hits, I can't do Fridays.
Yep.
So I think my thought is that
Tuesday is the selectmen usually.
yeah.
What about Wednesdays?
Probably why we ended up with Thursdays.
The other issue we gotta look at is who else has meetings on Wednesdays, which we don't know. Like the
So is
other
Thursday set aside
counselors.
for?
I mean, the other
is that-
committees.
It could be. Right now we are on the calendar for Thursdays too.
I mean, if worse comes, I mean, we can just make it work. I mean, I can just make it work. Thursdays work. I don't know if you wanna schedule these and then, like you said, it's hard to move the dates.
If I remember, I can probably look at my calendar.
The
for
only other
March.
thing
Or
I
we just
see
gotta
is
be better about
Tuesdays.
doing it earlier.
What'd you say about Tuesdays?
Like the opposite of like the selectmen.
Right.
I feel
Tuesday, Thursdays are middle school baseball and softball game days.
Okay. So that will be Adam too, because he's
That'll be Adam too.
softball.
Yeah. That was last year, so I assume it's the same.
So what did we say about Wednesdays? Was that possible? Or?
I could do Wednesdays.
I feel like Wednesdays work better for me anyway, but.
So I'm not gonna, let's not do the approval of this tonight. Let's,
Do you wanna approve next month's at
Yeah.
least?
yeah.
Or like how late on a Thursday is realistic for everybody to do, or does that make it worse? You know,
Right.
like the games aren't at night.
I mean, if we were at a tavern,
Right, yeah, right.
We'd be
Late
much
would be
more
work
flexible.
Mhm. I can be a lot more flexible if we were at a
You're there,
tavern.
you don't have to worry about dinner.
I can bring
Right.
the kids.
Right.
well,
No, they
don't
can
go that
fend
way.
Well, and I mean, what about you? Are there any nights that?
I'm flexible.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, there's really, I can work around. Yep.
Wednesday works for Amy. All right, so let's set our next.
Are you flexible for time? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, my main thing in the spring is golf, and I just pick a day that I don't have anything else to do.
You
so-
poor
Right.
thing, you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so Wednesday the 12th
Wednesday.
would potentially be our next meeting.
We just have to check.
What is
with-
happening in March? No, there's like voting and all that crap. Like,
Okay, so the 11th, March 11th is the vote. So there's no school for Madison.
Okay, so then the 12th.
March 11th is, yeah, school
won't be
vote,
here.
town vote.
you better fill out your
I'm
absentee
doing an
ballot.
absentee, yep, I've already, yep.
Oh wait, so you won't be here the 12th.
Right.
So
maybe
let's
we
do
need
the
to move
5th.
that.
March 5th? Really?
Where are we?
That's like next week.
Oh,
2 weeks.
Just kidding.
What about the week after? What about the third
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm in 2024.
Wednesday? That's Eddie's birthday, the 19th. Wrong year, man. Just kidding.
I was like, I have to go to Owl's
It
Nest.
is,
Wait. Oh, God.
He can survive.
So what, March 19th?
I can't.
March 19th is your husband's birthday?
Yeah.
Will he be home?
Probably not.
We'll sing to him.
Right.
Wait, do you want to do that? What if he is home?
What
like,
if he is home? He's never home. Yeah, we can't do that.
You can celebrate.
Amy's
early.
gonna be in Florida. That's it. We're,
What
nope.
day? Oh, the 19th?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna.
Do you-
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the 13th, March 3rd. No wait,
I still won't be here, but that's okay.
and Amy will be in Florida, right? No, she won't be in Florida.
But then Heather won't be here.
Just do it without
But
me.
that's okay,
You don't
'cause
really
we
need
can-
me.
we
Yeah, but
can-
aren't we gonna have to talk about the sports?
We can call her in if we need to.
You just get it.
Because and then somebody's going to check with the powers that be to see if we can be in here on a different day.
We need to find
Right.
out.
We need to find that out.
All right, so
So
let's.
we'll stick with the 13th
Yeah.
of March.
Yeah.
And then Heather will find out.
Heather
Is
and
that you?
Sherry next.
Or Sherry? Okay.
Meeting. We'll be on a
5:30?
email.
Okay.
13.
At 5:30?
5:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we got that. All right, so now let's go to. So the next time that we open up registrations, that's coming up soon, right?
Yep. For sports?
Yeah. So here, this is the change that we need to kind of make is when somebody registers, and I don't know if we can set this up. I don't know. I have to look into it. When they register through the link, I wonder if there's a way to prompt a invoice to be created, or do we have to manually do that?
I'm not concerned about that with spring sports. I wanted to start it though for summer camp.
I know, but we should do it for spring sports
Try
too.
it.
We definitely should, because remember, tracking who did pay,
Yep.
didn't pay,
Yes.
that became an issue.
Yes.
So the invoice pops up for them, for us, how does it work?
Alright, so let's back up. So, I had a little meeting with Mike and Linda.
Yep.
Mike Brooks, Linda Shackford. And we discussed how to make all of our lives easier, including us.
Yep.
When it comes to paying for fees, sports fees, camp fees,
Field trips.
field trips, right, anything with the rec, really. And so he volunteered to accept payments, just like he does for like when someone comes in to register their car, he takes a payment from them. Like he would do that for us for all these fees. And the only thing he would need is to know who's coming in to pay for it and like what they're paying for. So, but also, he could also take a credit card over the phone, he said, because I said, well, that's not gonna be convenient, obviously, for everybody. They're gonna be so upset that they have to come in here to do it.
They can't do Square?
Square's been frustrating because of the fees. Every time someone pays for something,
There's a fee.
there's a fee for it.
So why can't we build that fee into into their payment? We should be able to.
Brought that up last year.
We did.
I was pro that, just like if you used to go with
Because
swipe
that-
your card anywhere else.
Yeah.
Same thing, yep.
Yeah.
That's very normal. So why don't we just, because what is it?
It was
2%, 2.5%?
The reports were kind of confusing as well, I will say. It'd just be nice to have it all in one spot. Instead of, oh, we need the Square reports, oh, we need the cash and check payments, we need, right now, if we do it this way, it would all be like 2 people handling it, and that's it. And there would already be a report, because they're used to doing it this way anyway. I don't know, it definitely seems better, I think.
I
Can
just
someone-
think we live in such a
I know,
digital world.
I know.
and-
I know.
Can someone drop a check with you, or with the coach, or?
We're trying to get away from that.
Yeah.
So, why can't, does the town not like use QuickBooks? Like, why can't we just use QuickBooks?
They use QuickBooks, Linda does.
So you can get a QuickBooks link that people click on to pay everything, and QuickBooks will track it all for you. And then that can be.
I think that's what she's doing.
I think just last year,
Well, I'm-
they have a ton of fees, that there was like quite a bit of fees, that they
Through-
didn't have
through-
anywhere to allocate it to.
Through QuickBooks?
Through Square.
No, through
Through
Square.
Square.
Right.
So I think that they just didn't know where to.
Square was definitely,
I can see,
Yeah,
I can
problem.
see Square being tricky because I've used it before, but QuickBooks should be,
If we know exactly what the fee is, we can put a little caveat on there that says that you're gonna pay this extra.
sports is easy. If you're a resident of Madison, it's $35 to play sports. If you're not a resident, it's $45. No big deal. It's the camp, summer camp, people can pay weekly.
Right.
They can do a week in July and a week in August.
so
And trying to pull all
when
that
you're
together.
when you're on QuickBooks, you can create a link that's summer camp, a link that's for sports.
Yep.
So that way, when those payments get paid, it will just, QuickBooks will already automatically file it for you. So you'll get your report every month that's showing you.
And I think
this,
that's,
and this.
yes, that's a part of it, because that's
So
Linda
it should
uses
just be
QuickBooks.
doing it all for you.
Right.
And then if Mike wants to offer, if somebody wants to come in to pay it rather
He
than
would
clicking
just
on a
be
link,
taking
sure,
payments
then he can
and
take
reporting
payments.
it, right, yep. Yep.
So should we continue to use Square? Or are they trying to get you to go away from it? Like,
I think this is something that we should probably not wrap up in the next 7 minutes.
No.
I feel like we need to keep
Yes.
talking about this.
Yeah.
And I think we might need to go to a selectman meeting and have them, because they're
Yeah.
also they're the final decision as well.
Can we have a Venmo?
I
No.
tried to get that last year.
We tried that last year, yeah.
I don't
Why
remember
not?
why we couldn't.
I forget why.
I think, was it just Joy saying like, no, let's just get the Square and like it'll be easy and we'll do this, because
If we had a Venmo, that would be like a game changer. It
everybody
just-
would definitely pay.
So this is yeah.
But it
all,
has
all
to-
of you
oh,
work
that's
with
what
this
it was.
stuff more than I do.
Because the Venmo has to get linked to a bank account.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's
that's where
why.
it got tricky, because we can't have our own bank account. It all goes into
That's
the
what it
town
is.
money.
Yeah.
And then it's
and there's no way to differentiate
correct.
what is what.
Yeah.
So basically my goal is, though, we have a Google form that's pretty much done. It's ready to go for summer camp. I need a way, and maybe I don't, but I'm thinking I need a way for after they register for summer camp, there's an email that goes to them saying, you have signed up for a week in July and a week in August. You owe $200, $100 a week. Take this form to the town hall or call the town hall
Or
and tell
mail
them.
it with a check.
Or mail it with a check.
Do you know if there's, so, cause I have it through my planning thing, I can like literally set its automations.
Yeah, I know there's, again, depending, but I don't know, I mean, maybe through Google Forms, there's an automated, but it is pretty standard to have
Right,
that
to have-
capability.
Joy and I looked through the actual form to see if there was a place to calculate, totals of what you're doing and then sending it. There's a place to send an email of your response, like, thank you for signing up.
That was it?
That was pretty much it. It basically sent the form back to you, so it doesn't, and then to
So-
have to print all of that, it's like 11 pages or whatever.
I'll look at like what I use and see if it can be used for other things like out of the event world, because somebody can go on, they'll just go on the site or whatever it is we give them and they'll be able to actually click what they want. It will create the invoice for them. It will send the invoice to them.
Yes,
And it
that's
will
what we
send you
need.
something when it's paid.
That's
and
what
it's
we
all
need.
It's all automated.
But on the back side of it, on the back side of QuickBooks, it should allocate where it needs to go, like this is.
Oh, I'm not talking about QuickBooks now, but yeah.
Oh, I'm just wondering if that was, I thought that's what you said.
No, it's a different program. It's a whole different, it's not
Oh.
even QuickBooks.
Or I thought about like the last page of our Google form registration, like please print the last page. This is your invoice.
Nobody's gonna do that.
No
Nobody's
one's gonna
printing
do
it.
that. I know.
Can you have it,
Not everybody even has printers either.
do the form through like the website? And then you could set up some trigger automatic potentially through what's submitted that replies with that input. I feel like that would be doable, just thinking technically. But again, I'm happy to look into it or
Yeah.
or do any
And he
investigation.
does, he does things with,
SEO.
Computers.
yeah,
Websites.
with
Okay.
websites, with software.
Brings me to another question, off topic, but so I'll wait. But
Nope, that was
okay.
coming, so you can go ahead and, okay, so for payments in that whole,
Yeah.
like Megan said, that's not gonna be solved tonight. I think we really need to think about it because there was payments that we made out of our own pocket for people that hadn't paid last year.
Mhm.
And so
Yep.
we need one to track who is paying. We need to figure out the easiest way
Which
for parents to make
He
payments.
could do all that. Like he already has all that set up. He just is gonna add the rec basically.
So yeah, so I just think we'll put that on can we put that on the next agenda?
Yeah.
Or if we go to a tavern or something, we can talk more about.
We just
I
need to make sure
might-
it's like one or two people that are dealing with it because,
Yep,
like,
exactly.
you wanna make sure that everybody's under the same impression and you're not asking people for money when they've already paid and.
I think what I'm gonna do though, instead of talking about it on March 13th, because I need to know before that.
Okay.
There's a selectmen meeting, another week?
Yeah.
Well,
The 4th?
so I have a question.
We could talk about it then,
Will
and then they
this-
could give us an answer.
Send me a
It's
reminder.
done.
Yeah, but will they not, I don't know this, I'm asking this, I'm not, talking bad of anybody. I just don't know, will they know the
Either way,
the
they
back?
make the decision, so either way, we have to talk to them about it and get it approved by them, whatever we decide to do.
Yeah, but should we get more information from whoever's doing all of the bookkeeping or something? To see if it's something that can be done?
Oh, I've talked to them upstairs, if that's what you mean.
Like, just see if they're, I don't know. I'm just thinking if we're doing like, if we do like the legwork on it, if it can be done or something, I don't know. I just don't want to.
If what can be done.
Like, if we can still be using the
Square.
square and if we can allocate it or if, like, how we can make this process easier for everybody.
The square has been a nightmare for me, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I can't get into it. When I get into it, I can't find what I'm looking for. I just want to know who's paid and who hasn't paid, and I always need someone else's help. I need something easy. And again, Mike has offered to help do all that.
But we also need to make it easy for the people signing up as well.
Yeah. But I
Maybe
mean,
you need
all they
square
would,
training.
but all they would have to do, no, I'm kind of over square. But all they would have to do is call and make a credit card payment. It's, or send a check.
If anybody is calling that's over 48, they're not gonna put their credit card on the phone.
Then
It's only us people that
But
do
same,
that.
same deal, that, anybody that's over that age will be more apt to swing by a town hall.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right, you're absolutely right.
True. Okay, so we're gonna come back to this because it's a lot of work.
It is, but it's also holding back registration.
I can just
so
do
we
my,
need to figure it out
give my
fast.
address and get some of the.
Because I can't put out registration until we know what's happening.
So it's simple. They either mail a check, they come in and drop a check, or
Or they
cash, or
Just
they
like
call.
we used to do. I mean, that's how it was before Square.
But I would be interested in finding out what other rec departments are doing.
I did. Conway Rec has myrec.com, and it's a thing that they subscribe to, and it handles all of it.
Why can't we do that?
I don't know.
Let's look into that before the next selectmen meeting. Okay. That sounds good. Because actually I went onto their site to like see what the process is like, and it seems easy. So, alright, let's do that.
I think it's called myrec.com. Feel free to check it out. I already have, so check it out.
And if, John, if you want to check it out too.
Yes, and think of, yeah. I know, I wish you were up here.
Okay,
We need a
welcome
financial
to the
soon.
team.
We need a financial advisor.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, I
Big
feel like
time.
Heidi and I definitely sat, or maybe it was you and I definitely sat up here before you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got called out.
Okay, so that, let's just put that aside. Website, we need someone to take over the website, and I feel like I may have heard John say he would love to, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
I volunteer, yes.
Yay!
Hey.
All right, what do we do for that?
So
We just
I'll
gotta
set
give
up
him the
a meeting.
login?
I'll set up a
Okay.
meeting with him and Joy,
Okay,
and
Perfect.
we can, I'll see if she'll come, our next meeting, I'll see if she'll come a little early.
Cool.
Alright. Um,
Do we have an estimated annual revenue? That's how myrec.com charges you based off of how much you make. You don't make any money.
well, we
Really?
make 2,500.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Okay.
We're in it for the kids, guys.
Yep. So, okay, so we're through that, so let's go to summer camp. I have 6,000 questions. Let's start with the first question. What are going to be the age groups?
I'm still thinking about that, but I'm really still thinking about that because I'm kind of wanting to add, and again, I'm still thinking.
Just give it
This is
to
not
us,
a
Heather.
definite
You
thing.
don't have to hesitate, just tell us what you're thinking.
I'm thinking about adding in the kindergartners going into September 2025, adding those future kindergartners, thinking
So the ones going into
kindergarten
from preschool.
in the fall of 2025.
We're back on camp. Is that where we're
We
at?
are on summer camp, yes.
And that's through current fifth grade.
So that's incoming.
Incoming
Nope,
K.
not there yet.
Okay, and what
Some
about
PTSD from years past.
So incoming, yep, K
and what's your cap?
to, so it would be incoming 7th,
So outgoing sixth grade.
right?
Is that what we did last year?
Yeah.
No, we didn't do outgoing.
Yeah, we didn't do outgoing, we
No.
did incoming.
We didn't do, we just
We did one of the two.
we did going into 6th grade.
No.
Nope.
We did 7th because we had Morgan and Mayhew and Tristan, they were
Yeah.
all.
Oh, okay.
So it would be K through 7th grade as of September of 2025. So like not right now, September of 2025, those kids.
So can I give you a little feedback
Of course,
on that?
that's what we're doing.
I feel like I saw some kids sign up that were going into 7th grade, and a lot of them stopped coming.
Mm-hmm.
or lost interest.
Mhm.
So I just want to throw that out there, that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to add to that.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like to see and ask is if there is any way we could put our heads together. Tamworth used to do, and I don't know if they're still doing it this way, but, well, I think they have actually a summer camp program now, but before, what they did was they did day trips. So the kids would sign up, they'd pay, and they'd go take a bus and they'd go out and do day trips. I'm wondering if 1 to 2 days a week, we could potentially get the kids, you know, the 7th through maybe 9th grade. Like, and I say 9th grade because 9th grade is still like that 14-year-old, you know, they're usually like 14.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking
I'm letting you finish.
11, 12 to 14,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we could let them sign up for 1 day of a field trip.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be possible? Or?
Like separate?
Well,
Like,
I don't know. Like, let's just say you're going to the polar caves,
Right.
and we have, you know, eight kids sign up of that age group. Maybe they have a different. They're not mixed in with all the kids. They have a counselor for their,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that helps with that age group.
And I'm yes, because we kind of talked about this last year, because I remember saying I would volunteer to take that older group so that they can still, you know, go and participate with certain things, but not be mixed with all of the little kids. And it didn't happen. But I still stand by that. I mean, I know that they are the teenagers that they are, but I love our, you know, that Madison group of kids, even though they're a lot, but they're great. So I would still volunteer my time to do that if that was approved.
So not having them sign up for camp,
Right.
but
like,
having them sign up for the field trips.
The teen,
Yeah, like,
rec
so-
teen field trip day.
Yeah, like, and it could be, the field trips could be like the field trip on Friday, right? And it could be a lake day.
Mm-hmm.
But the lake day, they get to hang with their friends and stuff, but we have a camp counselor that is dedicated to that group of kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not mixing them,
Mm-hmm.
we're keeping them separate.
Right.
And it's not every day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
They get 2 days, they get to sign up,
We still need a second bus.
you know, right.
There's
Well,
lots of things in my head right now of everything you just said.
I know there is.
So, number one, we only have 2 counselors right now. So there's that. I
Right,
don't
but
even
if-
have
but if
enough counselors
2
to deal
full-time?
with the summer camp that we.
But if we take the counselor thing away, because how many kids can I have? Can one person have? Like
10.
10, right? Okay, right. So I can volunteer as tribute, and I wouldn't need to come out of the budget.
This sounds like something completely. It's separate
But
though.
keep going.
I gotta keep it separate because I'm focused right now on having a summer camp, guys. Like we don't have any counselors right now.
Yeah, but we're early, right? Like, we're still early.
Yeah, but it's hard to plan, you know.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And so I can't add on more
Yeah.
stuff when I don't
Until-
even have enough people to run our regular.
So it's
Thing.
just thoughts.
And I'm already
throwing out
adding
there.
on to, like you said, the day trips. I have been adding on to those. So there's a couple things, right? The buses are too expensive, number one. We're already looking into that. I've reached out to a couple different companies to try and figure out like some quotes, but
They went
the
up,
bus is
right?
expensive, yeah,
Yeah.
no matter what. So to have one bus is expensive. You know how our budget is. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have any money to do all these
The last
extra
quote
things.
I got from the new company that took over Eldridge, and granted it wasn't for like the school thing, but it was significantly.
Yeah, like double.
Almost
Yeah.
double from what
That's-
Eldridge always
and they
did.
had promised us that they would be the same
Right.
for summer camp last year. So there's that. But so in addition to that, I was gonna ask you guys how you felt, and I know we're getting all over the place, but with the prices of these field trips that we charge parents, adding $5 for a bus fee or
Yeah.
adding $3, I don't know what that would be, and I also would need probably all of your help with that too, to figure that number out per field trip. But to add a bus fee on there for them, for these
So,
field trips.
We were pro that last year. I probably
Yeah.
have it in the notes.
Yeah.
I think you were worried about the overall cost for the parents.
Mm,
But I think that comes along with it. You know, you want the daycare and the camp for your child for the summer. We're charging pennies as it is. And if we want the kids to leave the school gym, we need to
Right.
cover the bus fee.
Heather, do we need to look at what our fees are for camp as well?
Yep,
So
I think so, just to make sure I mean, I don't mind being reasonable and not being a fortune and just being fair. We don't need to make money on camp. But
Well,
yet,
no, but we need to make enough to.
we need to be within the ballpark of everybody else, I think, you know?
And also, we can only do so much with limited funds, right?
Mhm.
Like, if we wanna grow this and we wanna do more
So many
activities with the
topics.
kids and stuff like that, then, you know, so let's look at what we're charging, so the fees, and then let's see what the bus quotes come back with. And then from there, we can think about what we add on to the field trip day. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm all for, if we have an extra counselor, to have that one counselor take those kids. But we're definitely not mixing them again this year.
Well, if we can't fit them all on one bus, it's probably not gonna happen, right? Because,
It would have to be a separate bus
We-
because
we
all
could
these
use another
kids will
bus.
be somewhere else, right? They'll be at the lake or wherever.
Potentially.
Isn't that what you're
I
saying?
think it's more of a last year we structured field trips so that they really were an all age thing, but we just didn't have a group of a bunch of teenagers that were doing.
Right,
We all know how it all went, but still, like so piggybacking on,
yeah.
because I don't think there was anything that Rec did last year that somebody in an age of 12 to 14 would also enjoy. So I think
Right.
it would
Right.
most likely be piggybacking, but the bus expense. Do you know what your bus fee was total for last season? Ish?
it was up there.
4,
Okay.
5.
Because I feel
Or
like I
6,000.
remember thinking like we could have, why didn't we buy the $7,000 bus? You know, if we spent 6 anyway and we limited ourselves, why didn't we just buy the damn bus? And this year it's going to be even more money.
What was the $7,000?
Well, there is a couple things I think we should,
There was one for sale.
Down the street.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
there's a couple things I think we should think about. One is, on the lake days, should we have parents drop off and pick up from
Yep.
the lake?
I have that on here. Okay, so my plan, because you guys are pretty much saying it right now. I'm hoping to do 3 lake days this year. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Friday being a possible field trip day, but I am trying to plan our field trips on Thursdays.
Okay. Is the gym floor getting done this year?
That will be decided on March 11th.
Because that will take away the,
Only a few weeks though.
okay. All right,
Yep. So right now, currently, I am trying to book our field trips.
Now, my
On
question,
Thursdays
if they decide on the
or
gym,
Fridays. Yep.
don't we still have to get a contractor to do that and?
No, all the estimates, people are like ready to go.
Oh, okay.
He would do it now if there wasn't school
Oh, okay.
and if it was voted on, but it's not. I think she got an estimate from North Conway Community Center, whoever did theirs.
Oh, okay.
So it's the same guy, but.
so, in the lake days, if we had the staffing, the counselors, could we do a teen staff member?
If we have it, yeah.
And
And if we have the teens, I mean, we didn't have a lot last year.
well, I feel like that, and maybe it doesn't work, I don't know. Because the more I think about it, I think that might be a little bit hard to navigate.
I think that it would only work without, pre-planning everything would be if we knew that there was room on a bus or if we magically had a second bus. And if I was
Yeah.
like, hey, everybody in the town of Madison, who wants to come with me? I can chaperone 10 children. We're going to go over here. And then they sign up randomly that week. We could probably guess who those 10 kids would be
Right.
too.
I would love to do something like that.
But it's, yeah.
I just, my priority has to be these young kids that don't have anywhere to go, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Where like the 12-year-olds,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who 14-year-olds could stay home alone.
Can the
Let's
teens
be real.
go to the Conway?
No.
They can't go to
No,
teen
and I think
center?
no, and I think that's why you'll always have Sherry and I talking about the teens because like we saw it. We saw our
Yeah.
kids didn't get to do rec camp. They didn't
Yeah.
get to do any. They went to the middle school without knowing any of the other kids. It 100% impacts them when they go into their
Oh,
middle school
I
life.
thought that once you got to teen, you can start going
No.
to those.
That's why I made the comment about the beginning is if they're asking if they can use our open gym, when are we going to be able to? I mean, I've offered
theirs, right.
to like can't we pay? You know, no, there's no.
Yeah, so let's just table that for right now, I guess. But are you gonna do any CITs?
No.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Not unless you're like 16-year-old
Again, my
CITs.
focus is the adult counselors right now, trying to get as many as I can. From there, I was gonna talk to you guys about hiring, and again, I don't know if we can with our budget, but hiring like high school kids as like a junior counselor that we pay them. This would be their summer job to be a junior counselor, and they wouldn't be alone with the kids just like the CITs
Yeah.
were, but they would also have more responsibility,
Yeah.
you know, because they're getting paid to be there, you know.
You have it as 18 plus right now?
Yes.
Okay.
But like the 15, 16, 17-year-olds, I've had a couple people reach out to me looking for
What about the
The high school
14-year-olds that
kids.
can work? Micah is
Right.
really wanting to be a
Right.
like a counselor. That he's like, am I gonna be able to be a counselor? And I'm like, I don't know. We're talking about some different things.
it depends.
I think that if you want to open up a junior counselor position and you are holding legit interviews and you're not doing anything because somebody says, you know,
Right.
then that's different. Like I
Mhm.
know that I sent you the message about
Mhm.
my child,
Mhm.
one of the three of them.
Yeah.
And it was just, no, like if you want to sit down and give this person an actual interview, but
Right.
don't you dare, you know, give her any sort
I
of
think I'm at the
leeway
point
because
too
it's
where
my
I
kid.
don't want to be the only one interviewing. I'd love to have at least one or two of you
Oh, I can interview.
in on that interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
you know.
it should be us doing the interview.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel free.
The two of us just sit there.
Right.
Well, and
Yeah.
you know what worked and what didn't last year. So if anybody does step up and say, "Well, I want to apply," like, we're gonna need your feedback or anybody else that was
Definitely.
there.
Right, like we don't have to do CITs this year because we can do away with that young age, but children that are of working age,
Right.
I would be, you know, thinking the same thing as Sherry is if they want to come, if they really seem like they're there for a job,
Right.
I don't think would run into what we ran into
Yeah, I agree.
last
So
year.
I think we should look at that. I know at least when the boys were in the rec previously, when Mike was there,
Mm-hmm.
like when we would drive up to drop off in the field, like there would be teens there. They'd be checking them in and check, you know, like
Yep.
getting them all organized, putting out the cones, like doing all of that stuff.
Right.
Junior counselors, yeah, doing
Yeah.
all those things.
Yep.
So
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, if they want to do it, and then I also think you're removing that group from this year that, you know, the incoming seventh graders won't be at camp anymore. So, or the incoming,
8th graders.
thank you, won't be
And-
at camp
Right,
anymore.
like the 6th graders right now would be able to go. That's what I'm thinking. Again, I'm open to hearing what you guys have opinions on.
It's like Peyton and who else is in that age group? I can't think of who else is there.
Peyton goes to Conway anyway, so she wouldn't be there, but.
No, but I'm just trying to picture in my
Yeah.
head like who else those kids are.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean like 6th graders are allowed to go to summer camp?
Yeah.
The ones
Mhm.
going into 7th grade?
Yeah.
I don't know if Hayden will,
Want to. Right.
yeah.
I know.
I mean, I know 3 lake days though, you know, I might.
Well, that's what I'm
put 'em in a
thinking. I
couple
mean,
days.
I hate when they're just sitting around. So it's like, yeah, the lake can be I know the lake can be boring too after a while, a full day, you know? But we had cornhole down there. they were able to jump off the dock by them. They were able to go out by themselves to the dock.
You can only do so much. I mean, that's going to be
Yeah.
always going to be a tricky age
Yeah.
group. Even the kids that were there last year in that
Right.
age group, they weren't always
I'd love
super
to have a
pumped
couple
to do that.
kayaks there that they could like float around in and have a counselor go too, you know, life jackets, all of that, and like just float around that little area.
But you could make that a thing though, like, and that's another thing, I was gonna say is, I think what would be really great this year is having people come in and volunteer their time for certain things, like, let's teach you how to, you know, tie a hook onto a fishing rod.
Definitely.
And then, you know, we're gonna
Definitely.
meet at this certain spot, or
Mhm.
like, this is where we're
Yep.
gonna take the kids, you
Yep.
know, and like different leadership type,
Yep.
like mountain biking in the Pine Barrens, like,
Mhm.
okay, on this day, we have this volunteer that is, you know, that is allowed to, they've
Yeah.
been,
Background
checked,
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
If you want your kid
Yeah.
involved in this, like, you drop here at this time, you know, or coming over to the field or the school, like, we had Tin Mountain,
Mm-hmm.
there's,
grant funded though, so we won't.
But more like a
have that
sign
again
up,
this year.
a sign up like this. This is
yeah, like the Connors lady.
community activities.
She takes care of all those animals, and like,
Mhm.
you know, she could come over and so I know there's so many people that the Rockets I think would be so much fun. If we had all the kids for our Old Home Week,
Mhm.
if we had all the kids prior to Old Home Week build rockets, and then at Old Home Week set them off,
Mhm.
that would be like, you know, it's stuff like that.
Yep.
If we could get people,
Yep.
that would help you. That would
Mhm.
fill some of that time.
Yep.
You know, but yeah. So I mean, I think you're on the right path. I think this summer is going to look a lot like it did last summer in a sense.
It just sucks because every year gets better, but yet every year I feel like I'm starting all over again because either I
You're
don't have a lot of
figuring it out as you
counselors,
go.
I don't have, you know,
Yeah.
so it's hard to add on things when
Yeah.
I'm still just trying to build a base on this and
Yeah.
keep it, you know, consistent.
How old do you have to be a counselor?
18.
Oh.
Basically out of high school is what I'm
Mhm.
thinking.
So Amy did send a message. She thinks that, in her opinion, the lowest
Yeah.
age for a counselor should be 16.
But a junior counselor would be still in high school, under 18, real 18 and under.
Yeah, and I think that's
Um,
what Amy's saying though. She thinks even if they're
Right.
under 18,
Yeah.
a junior counselor, which I don't disagree with that. I mean,
Mhm.
there's definitely the only thing I worry about with that is I think a lot of 16-year-olds can drive and go, depending on what their hourly pay is.
Yes.
They might. But
Well, and that's the other thing. I mean, our hourly pay is 18 to 20, depending on experience. So what if some of these high school kids have like good experience with
Oh
kids?
yeah, there's a really good chance that you have that. I mean,
Right.
just all of the kids in the early
so you could
childhood
charge,
program,
you could pay them $20 an hour,
and they
and
probably
they'd be
do
really
a great
good,
job.
right?
I
That's what
would reach,
Heather Woodard said to reach
yeah,
out
to reach out to her.
the high school.
And Sam's in that program, so like, I mean, I hear wonderful things about what
Kelly,
that teacher
I was
does.
thinking with Kelly Murphy. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, just want to make sure.
Yeah, so, you know, just, I would just reach out to that teacher
Yeah.
directly.
Yeah.
She can tell her students, and
Yes.
then you have,
Yeah.
you're good, you know?
Yeah.
Those
Okay.
are kids that are, they're
This
with
is just
those
stuff I
kids
wanted to
all day.
run by you guys. But yeah, so right now I'm hoping to do 3 lake days, field trips on Thursdays or Tuesday. I mean, depending on when they're available, and then getting a bus for those days.
yeah.
Getting a
think that
bus for
sounds good.
just for the field trip and the lake days?
Well, the lake day, parents can drop off at the lake, right? But I'd like to have a bus on call in case there's something, a storm that appears,
Oh, yeah.
you know, in the afternoon, and
Yeah, that's hard.
it is. It's very hard to do that part.
Yeah.
Like on call from maybe 12 to 4. I don't know.
Yeah. Or maybe you just go back to the school and make that the plan, like, you know, so that you have that.
Either way, I'm gonna do bus.
Yeah.
At that point,
Yeah, we'll still
though.
have to pay for the bus
Uh,
if we didn't do
So
a
we
bus.
may as well stay at the lake
Yeah.
and not use the bus until we have to. But I don't know.
What are the hours going to be?
Right now I have 9 to 4 again because I'm just
Okay.
waiting to see who I have for counselors.
Okay. All right, well, yeah, I mean,
Oh, the other thing is, I guess the enrichment, the school enrichment, that's another reason why I can do Thursdays this year for field trips, is because the school enrichment is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I have Thursday
Okay.
and Friday available that I'll have all of the kids, you know, to do that. That's right.
So this year, and we can talk about this at our next meeting, but I'd like to try to get together a fundraising campaign going for specific things that we really want. Know how for the playground, they made the trifold and they always
Mhm.
had that out,
Yep.
and we could do like one of those gauges, but one thing I would like to see if we could do is, I would like to see if we could go back to that Gaga ball pit and put it out in the field. I think putting one of those out there would, I mean, kids love playing it, so
Mhm.
that would keep them busy forever. I
Mhm.
know, at least when we go to the campground, like my kids, that's where they are.
Yep.
So I think putting one of those in, I know that we have enough contractors to do a lot of the work.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of, you know, maybe we could get donations for the wood, but, the kit and all that, the screws, it can't be that expensive.
It goes back to, though, I wish if we could break up our committee into people, like groups that do the work on those things, like one or two people that just do fundraising, one or two people that work on our events, you know?
I must sound like a broken record when I say it, but I feel like if we have this like hour or two together
Yeah.
once a month, and we only get through talking about things.
Right.
So if we were able to do like a one day a month
Yeah.
somehow, where we can all just go somewhere and be together for a few hours with computers, where we can probably bang out a lot of stuff.
Right.
It's that we're trying to like rush it into all of this one meeting,
Yeah.
where we can't physically do any of the work or phone calls or emails or,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
we can't figure it out.
Yep.
We should break things off though, that is a good point. And I would be, like the Go-Go Ball pit, I would be more than happy to take that on. I know we kind of started it last year, but I would be happy to take that on. And I also want to,
Is that like a ball is that a ball that's not, I guess I don't know what kind of ball is.
so it's a pit, like it looks like, we showed pictures of it last year.
Yeah. And then there's a ball
yeah, and
that's
they,
not attached.
yeah, and they
Okay.
hit it.
That's my only concern too, that people are just gonna take the ball or, I don't know.
I'm sure we'll run into
Or
that.
it'll get lost or kicked into the woods or.
Yeah, but I mean,
Right.
if people know it's there too, you can always bring your own ball,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right, I'll start looking into that, so, and then we were talking about this, before you came in. I really would like to know when Old Home Week is gonna be, so we can plan ahead this time to be a part of Old Home Week.
It's the first week in August, right?
Usually, yeah.
It's been the same week. It starts, it's the first full week.
So
was
like
my
the 4th
understanding.
through the.
So last year it was the 3rd through the 11th,
Mhm.
and the year before
So is it the 2nd through the 9th?
it was the
It might be.
5th through the 13th. So it seems like it's the first Saturday through that, 2 Sundays after.
Okay. So I'd like to maybe look at our April meeting of talking a little bit more about what we can do there. I know one year we had a dunk tank, like I think that would be cool to do again.
Mm-hmm.
And we could do a fundraising effort with that, like, we wanna put up that pavilion. In order to do that, like, we have to,
Mm-hmm.
so like, let's start working on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, the only other thing I had that I wanted to bring up, which again, we can go to March or April with this, is, the 6th grade, graduation is, the school really does, you know. But I'm curious if, like, the rec could have combined efforts, because it's interesting. 6th grade graduation for the kids, like a lot of them are even graduating out of the rec sports and all of that. Like it's a big move. So to be able to support those efforts and that moving up, like I think it would be kind of cool if the rec could get involved a little bit. One year, the 6th graders had like this incredible graduation with all of this stuff and pictures and like, and then the next year it was like totally different. It was not anything like, so I just think it would be kind of cool.
We had a really good event coordinator.
I just did it. I just funded it and I just did it because I wanted to give it to all those kids.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I just think it would be neat to kind of join forces. Maybe we do a 6th grade dance.
I know the PTO does a lot for them.
Right, like so maybe we combine.
Like they do
Well,
flowers.
last year too, I got a phone call like the day or two before graduation because there was a misunderstanding. So the teachers that were supposed to do it didn't even know that they were supposed to do anything for graduation.
Yeah.
Because we had a new 5-6 team last year, so those teachers didn't realize that they were supposed to be the ones to do it all. So this year, you know, let's talk to them now that they know and see what we can do.
We could do like a little rec package or something for them. I don't know.
Let's combine forces. Yeah.
Or even like a fun like 6th grade dance. Like I think.
Do you know how many there are this
They're
year?
going to the ocean as a class trip. 5th and 6th graders in June. That's their big thing. Each 6th grade class picks what they want to do. Last year they picked a party, like an all-night, not an overnight.
A party at the gym.
Party at the gym. Dance party. They did games. They had food. They had tons of stuff at the gym. 2 years ago they went to the ocean.
Yeah.
Did.
And now this year they're going to the ocean. Yeah.
It's a fun trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those.
But you're right. I mean, still a dance would be fun, like a rec, you know.
And maybe it could be like the 6th and 7th graders because like they're getting back with those guys. So like
A move up dance.
yeah.
Oh. Or the 7th graders can tell them all about middle school.
Eva, I used to sing that song. We're moving up to kindergarten. Anyway,
Okay.
you could say we're moving
Maybe
up
you'll sing.
to middle school.
Maybe we can have you sing.
Yeah, I can sing for sure.
That's their gift.
I'll clear my schedule.
I don't remember getting a gift in 6th grade.
Well, you're.
I
The
did.
cards where all the teachers signed.
It was a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and they read "Oh, the Places You'll Go."
Yep.
Oh.
There you go.
That would
Yeah.
be a great book to buy all the 6th graders.
All right. Well,
Is that it? I feel like
we
there's
try
more.
not to have our meetings go this long, but we haven't had a meeting in a while. So,
So motion to adjourn.
Heather, did you have anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we
Yeah, sure.
we didn't really like accomplish a ton, but we know what we need to come with next month.
So next month, we're focusing on summer camp, fees and stuff.
Fees will be. I'll work with you on the fees. You and I
wait
can
that
work
long.
together.
Yeah. Okay,
And so I'll help you with that.
so March 4th is the next select board meeting, just so you know.
Tuesday.
Yep.
I'm traveling for work that day, just so you know, so I won't be there, but I'll help you gather everything.
Gather information.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, I'll take a motion to.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. Thank you for watching. Have fun.